Hello and welcome to the Vita Weekly Update. Strap in for this one, this is gonna be a long one. NIS America are localizing The Lost Child, a dungeon crawler monster collecting title from the same director as Shaddai, with over 50 creatures with 3 forms each and 250 skills to share around between them. The game will be released sometime in 2018 on Vita and PS4, with the Vita version being digital only. Steamworld Dig 2 wasn't confirmed to be coming to the Vita when it was first announced, but this week it was confirmed, and it has a solid date of September 26th in North America and September 27th in Europe. It involves one of the town members of the original game searching for the original protagonist, while also shifting to a slightly more metroidvania platforming mix. It'll be $20 USD and cross-buy. Mecho Tales, platformer shooter from Arcade Distillery, the creators of Plague Road, is coming to the Vita on the 19th of September, with the PS4 and Switch release to follow. The game will be digital only except for a limited run games batch. Reverie, previously announced a few months ago as a general idea that might be made into a game, is coming along as a full title from publisher East Asia Soft. The game is a traditional adventure title with 6 dungeons, lots of items, and the unique location of New Zealand. The game will be out in early 2018 as a digital and physical special edition. Bullet Girls Fantasia, a follow-up to the modern Bullet Girls duology, is coming to Vita and PS4 next year in Japan. The game will combine the modern guns and takes of the original games with the swords and sorcery of Fantasylands. All of the interrogation systems return along with a new buddy system. It'll be out in spring next year. There's no localization details for any of the Japanese titles I talk about this week. Steins Elite, previously announced in Japan but with no platforms, was confirmed for Vita and PS4 this week, coming sometime in spring next year. There isn't much information about the game yet, but if they treat the game the same way as their previously released title, Robotics Notes Elite, this will be an enhanced version of the original title. Also previously announced but no confirmed platforms until now was an action RPG based on light novel and anime series Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon, subtitled Infinite Combat with E's on the end of both words. It was announced for Vita and PS4 this week, coming sometime in spring next year in Japan. System Soft Alpha have announced Daizenryaku Perfect 4.0 for release on Vita, PS4 and PC this week. While not much is known about the title, the 4.0 is relevant due to the last Perfect game with a number in the title, 3.0, was released in 2008. The PS4 version will release first on December 7th. The Vita version has a less specific January 2018 date. Developer Prototype is bringing 2 of their visual novels to the Vita in Japan in winter. Katahane, a story about a playwright looking for actors for his piece and with robotic dolls that resemble humans, and Grisaia Phantom Trigger Volume 1 and 2, a compilation of the first 2 parts of the spin-off sequel to the Grisaia trilogy, which I can't possibly cover in this tiny paragraph. Otomate have announced they're working on an absolute ton of Vita Otome titles, and considering they have a higher chance than many to make it over here, I'm going to summarize them all really quick. Cendrillon Felica, a Cinderella-themed otome. Charade Maniacs, an otome which they didn't specifically detail. Pio Fiore no Banshu, a Mafia-themed otome. Shinko no Homura, Sanada no Nimpocho, a Sengoku-themed otome with Nobushige Sanada. Tengai Nimao Ikinahana, and I have no idea on this one either. Variable Barricade, yet another one without specific details. And finally, Collar Cross Malice Unlimited, a Collar Cross Malice fan disc. While it wasn't confirmed for Vita or any other platform, it was only released for Vita in Japan, so I'd be amazed if it was skipped. Dates: Intrical Lost, launched on Vita in North America this week, that's not how you pronounce that. Factotum 90, however, did not launch, but the developers say they have review code, so the launch is probably coming sooner rather than later. Body Check will launch in North America on the 12th of September. It's been out in Europe for some time now. Bad Apple Wars will launch in North America on the 13th of October with a Day 1 edition exclusive to GameStop. Chaos Child has been dated for October 24th in North America by Amazon, which is odd because that's a Sunday, so I'm not sure I trust that one. A New Zealand game shop listed the European release for October 13th, which is a Wednesday, which is also a somewhat odd date, so I'm not sure I trust that either. And finally this week, Limited Run Games are teasing a Japanese-only Vita release for a limited run. As for what game it is, or when it will be available, or if it's a game we don't have yet, or just a physical release of a game we do have right now, is unknown. Thanks guys, you make my job really easy. That's it for this week. Now that is what I'm talking about. Look at that update. Longest one in months, probably. As for upcoming videos, I have a video on Love Live ready to go this week, so I have some fun with that. Also, with Factotum 90 review code probably going out soon, I might be able to have a video ready for that this week, can't be sure. As for anything else, also can't be sure yet, so sit tight. I imagine the rest of September's games will be in my inbox at some point in the next week, hopefully. Thanks to my patrons, Richard, the other Richard, Bonfire Cow, Brian, Joey, Chen, Eric, Miguel, Fellenban, Alan, Kyle, Billy, Gary, Gunnar, Alexander, Yuri, Adam, David, and Blizz. Like, subscribe, comment, and share the video around if you liked it. See you next week.